afternoon, everyone. I am here to address the recent claims made against the Flipping Fantastic podcast, specifically regarding the drama surrounding the Flippy Awards and the accusations from the defunct reseller clickbait podcast. First, let me clarify the situation. The Flippy Award was rightfully returned when the reseller clickbait podcast changed their name. Yes, they changed their name. This is a procedural matter and not an act of hostility. Now, as for the accusation of stirring drama, look, we're the Flipping Fantastic podcast, not the Real Housewives of reselling. If sharing hot takes and a little sass is drama, then guilty as charged. But we promise that we only flip high sell through items and not our friendships. To the Resellers Leftover podcast, congrats on the award. We're just happy the Flippy Award did not end up on eBay. At the end of the day, we're here to build connections, share laughs, and celebrate all things reselling. So let's flip the script and keep the community fantastic. Thank you for your support and your understanding. Thank you. No questions, guys. You're listening to the Flippin' Fantastic podcast.
If you're watching this and you aren't subscribed, go hit that button right now and watch this.
Let's be real. We're the #1 reselling podcast.
Wow.
Oh, it's supposed to snow here, like 3 inches. So everything in my city is going to shut down. Schools, the mall.
Oh, yeah. The whole state shuts down.
Yes.
When?
I guess tonight, because it said tonight something.
Wow.
Well, right now it's only 25 degrees, which is super cold. Oh yeah, it says start snowing at 8 o'clock. And
It's
it says
13 here.
Jeez. It says expected snowfall in the next 48 hours, 1 to 3 inches. So
wow.
The state is shutting down completely if that happens.
Oh yeah, I'm looking.
I'll be surprised.
It's coming.
Though.
It's over New Orleans right now.
What?
I'm looking at the radar. The storm.
I haven't even seen any
New
news.
Orleans.
That's insane.
There you go.
Wow. I didn't even know that. Isn't New Orleans right on the water?
Yeah.
Like on the Gulf?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
In the Gulf of America. This map hasn't been updated yet.
The Gulf of America, that's right. Oh my gosh. It's on the Delta, right? Aren't they on the Delta? Isn't that New Orleans?
They're right at the mouth of the river. Yeah. They're right at the mouth of the river.
Wow. Oh yeah, that's where Katrina was, right? New Orleans?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Yeah. It's supposed to we're supposed to go to the Goodwill auction tonight. And I keep checking my little chat of the auction people. Somebody wrote canceled, but I don't know if they're being funny about it being canceled or they're just like self-evoking it's being canceled.
It's probably going to be canceled.
Like we're not going. Peace out. Probably. I don't think we're going to go. I don't like to be out in the cold at 9 o'clock at night, putting all of my winnings in my car because you have to park. If you don't get there early, you have to park like not far but kind of far. Yeah.
Right.
And then if you have multiple trips, I'm not doing that. So I'll already be out, but
well, that's fine because you haven't done a live from there in a long time. So that stinks.
I know. I say it all the time. It just hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. I don't know. And there's been people on TikTok that have I've been doing a lot of TikToks and because I'm trying to reach that 10,000 by the end of the year goal. And so shout out to Beach Bar Repeat on TikTok. Go follow me. So I've been doing a lot of content on there and I've been using some of my old content from YouTube and making them. And a lot of them have been shorts. And there's been people on there that are like, oh, where is this? What state is this in? Blah, blah, blah. And 2 people are like, oh, I'm going to make a road trip to go there. And I was like, oh, you're going to be disappointed.
This content is a year old. There hasn't been anything good there.
But, everybody looks for different stuff because, there's like a group of people, but in there, everybody does something different. Everybody sells differently and stuff like that. And this one guy is like giddy, like he is giddy, walking down the aisles with a little pep in his step and like he's bidding on his stuff. And he walked out with like 2 armfuls of stuff, and he was super happy. And then, another person was like, it was trash. Everything was trash. So it just depends on what you're
Right.
looking for. And then the guy that got all the stuff, he has an Instagram, and he sells at like a local flea market. Not a flea market. Well, it is called a flea market, but it's a bougie one. Like it's in the bougie part, like the eclectic bougie part of town.
Yeah.
And he had all his stuff. I saw it on his little story. He had all the stuff there. So hopefully he sold some of it. He does really well. It shows everybody he looks for something different.
Yeah.
But that's why I haven't done any lives. It just hadn't been good. Like
Yeah,
I
yeah.
hadn't even been buying the totes just because I don't want to waste my money. And I told you the prices doubled on the
Right.
totes. They went from
Yeah.
5 to 10.
Yeah.
And that $10 adds up quick. Before it was just like I could throw $5, garbage tote, garbage tote.
Can't throw those tens around. You can throw those fives around. Can't throw those tens.
It adds up though when it's just to dig, I don't
Right.
know. 'Cause
I
the
know.
last time I went, I spent $30 on totes, and I didn't get $30 worth of stuff. I
That
mean,
stinks.
I did because I bought a black velvet painting.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It was
That was,
huge. It's a huge
yeah.
one.
You made a lot of money on that.
Oh no, this is a different one.
Oh,
I
different
s-
one. Oh, a different
mhm. Yeah, this one is just like one of those the typical paintings you would see in the 80s with like a house with a mill on the back and a river in the mountains. Do you know what I'm talking about with the mill? The
one. Like a
like some
windmill thing. Yeah.
yeah, like the one in the water. So hopefully I have that listed on Facebook Marketplace.
Facebook.
So we'll see how that goes. How were your sales this weekend? You have any
Um,
good
they stunk,
news?
but it's all right. I sold some things. It just, wasn't good. I just got back to I'm just getting back to listing again. I got goals. But life punched me in the face with being sick. I'm still tired, like about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon, which is quite frankly, I'm not a morning person, so I don't get a lot of done in the morning. But I hit a wall around then. And I'm just I'm so exhausted for a few hours until dinner time. But at least I'm not sleeping all day anymore. So
Well, oh, that's good. So you're listing and you're selling. So
yeah,
that's
yeah,
good.
it's all right. It's getting better, or it'll get better, I should say.
Yeah.
Actually, some of the things I sold this weekend were because of end sell similar. I am a very big proponent of that. I have gotten rid
Oh,
of some old stuff that's been sitting around. So
what? Like what kind of stuff would you sell?
I will,
Or
I will show you. Let's see. Here we go. I got rid of. I sold.
sold?
There's salad serving things.
Are they like a
No,
Bakelite
they're
handle or
just
something?
No, they're just plastic. They're probably 80s or 90s, They're very
Mhm.
90s vibe, I think.
Yeah, serving
Um,
spoon set, stainless steel with
yeah.
handles and floral.
Yeah, they're
Oh, those are
big,
cool.
big salad things. And then, so
No, no,
this
no,
is
no.
my, what?
Before you move on, I want to
What?
just say one thing. Mo's SKU says platform 9 3/4. What does that mean, Mo?
I have stickers on bins. My inventory is stickers. I'm it's visual. So I know.
Mhm.
So I have stickers. So I have a Harry Potter platform 9 3/4 on a bin. My
I love it.
shelves right now are two of my shelves are ABC Mat and Ink Picker.
Okay.
I have a couple baskets that are NC Flipper and NC Picker
Oh my gosh. That
because
shows
they were
you
little stickers I got from him, and I have an NC Piggy sticker. That's my plush bin.
he had NC Piggy stickers too?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember
That's my
that.
It's my plush bin. I have an NC Piggy. He's in the other room. Yeah, I have some. I have some other things. I have the Golden Girls and Doctor Who, and
Mhm.
I have all four of the Hogwarts houses.
Oh my gosh. You have like a Gringotts SKU number?
I don't have Gringotts, and I don't have a
Oh.
Gringotts sticker, but I
Oh,
do have.
Gringotts is the name of the place, right?
Yeah, that's the Wizarding Bank.
Oh, that's right. That's
Anyway,
right.
so yeah, so
That's funny though.
that's my inventory,
I love it.
and
I
then
was like, "Wait a
I've
minute.
been.
We're not passing this up without talking about it."
I've also been putting 23 is the year and 12, but this was listed before that, but I started at the end of 23 putting the date on there of when I listed because I
Oh.
end and sell similar, so I know how long it's been. This was probably longer than that, probably sometime in 23 when I started. everything that was already up, I just put like like December 23. So
Oh,
I
that's
know when it's,
interesting.
yeah.
So when you end and sell similar, do you change that SKU to the new date or
No,
no?
no,
Oh,
that's
okay.
the, like, that'll be the original date. And that's not it's definitely not the original date for these. Like I
Mhm.
said, because I didn't start it until, so everything that was already up had a like 2312. I leave it so then I know how long it's been up.
Oh, I have to think about doing that because then I would have to start now though. I like it. I love it. See, I'm learning new stuff all the time. And what is that? Is that just a generic? Was that just a generic one, or was it like Oneida or something like that?
No, it was just generic. Then I sold these and they have been up forever. Forever. And they were so cute, and I thought they would sell quick, like pretty quick, but they
Mhm.
didn't. They're small little mugs,
They're cute
but
though. They have what
it's,
ladybugs and stuff. It says
yeah, like they're like
ladybug stacking
springtime.
bugs.
They're really pretty. They're actually really pretty, and they're in good condition. There's some rust on the, because it's like wire covered,
Hmm.
plastic on the.
Yeah.
Oh, this is also my problem. So the person just had sent me a message this morning because they paid, but they didn't change their address, and they're like, "Should I cancel and rebuy?" And I was like, "Yeah." And this was on an offer,
Feels like an
so I was
offer.
like,
Yeah.
I go, just send me a cancel request. I'll cancel it. It'll relist right away. You can buy it. I said, just send me the same offer, and but make sure you change your address.
Yeah.
So, but they haven't done it yet. They probably did it before they went to work or something. So,
Do you think that you underlisted that price? Because look at the buyer's name. It says Derby City Flips. Wonder if it's another reseller. Are they like
no,
$100 cups? Okay.
no, these have been sitting around for
Okay.
years. Derby City Flips wants to flip them for more. That's fine by me. I'm tired of looking at them. I want them out.
That's like one of the first things that I look at when something sells. Like, well, if it sells quick, I always look to see who bought it to see if they're
Yeah.
a reseller. Like, I always
Uh-huh.
immediately go and look at their store. Not that it matters, I would still let it go, I wouldn't, but I'm always curious.
Right.
Like, when I
I
buy
didn't
stuff
even
on
look. I didn't even think
eBay
about it.
when I buy stuff on eBay too, I
Yeah.
wonder if people, like, see my store and think that, "Oh, is she gonna flip it? Did I underprice it?" I just think that's funny.
I don't have a flip email name or a flip store name, so they
Well,
won't
I get
know
mine
unless they
doesn't
look.
either. Beach by Repeat, I don't think that's a
Yeah.
flip.
It's
It's
not
not
a
the
it's not
traditional
it's
picking,
not a traditional
flipping.
one. It's a little
Yeah.
more clue than mine, but yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
it doesn't have
Yeah.
flips or sell or.
I can diversify my business because that's not, like, specifically to reselling.
I just picked that name and I just kept it.
What's the 87? It's not your you don't know?
I just like the
Like, what's it
number.
Oh, it's like your number that you use
Yeah,
for everything? Wow.
I just
I
like
was
it.
like, "What's the lore behind that number?" I was like, "It's not your birth year.
Mm-mm.
It's not your kid's
No.
birth
Oh,
year.
yes,
It's
it is
not."
my birth year. It's my birth year. I wish.
No,
It's
you
not the year
don't
I
know.
graduated. It's not.
Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah, no, that's still too early for you to be putting that. Um,
Couple years are too early.
I sold a brass, what's it called? It's a garment hook, a brass garment hook.
There he
I
is.
bought it at an yeah. I had another picture, but I was like, you couldn't really see what it was. But it's a collapsible, garment hook, so you can just take that hook and, like, unhinge
Right, you
it, and
could
it
push
folds
it.
down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
right.
It's a
Is
sailor.
he a sailor? Is he
Yeah.
fondling
He I
his own breast?
What? Does it look like that? Wait a minute.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. He is. He is, Mo. He's just got his arm, like, across
His
his
hand is like,
chest. Yeah.
how should I put it
That
on the
is
side? It's like,
Oh my gosh, it is. I didn't even notice that. I wonder if he's feeling for his, cigarettes in his breast pocket, you know?
well, he doesn't look like he has a shirt on.
No, it looks like he has, like, an open
He has like an
cardigan on.
open
Yes,
shirt.
open shirt,
But
some,
it
like,
no,
some
but it
loose pants with a drawstring, like, around it.
yeah, he's
Wow,
definitely
I didn't
pirate.
even notice that. If you zoom in on it, you can even see like they even like etched in or carved like a nipple, like it's rounded. I don't know. I can just see
This
it in my
guy's belly
picture.
button going on here. This
Yeah.
whole it's got the whole
Oh
thing
my
going.
gosh. That's crazy. Wow. Well, I bought that in an estate sale, and it was on the wall. It was still, like, attached to the wall. There was a bunch of them. I bought 5, of these garment hooks at this estate sale. I paid $5 a piece for them, which I didn't even wanna pay $5 a piece for them. But this one sold for $52.99 plus shipping, so I'm
Wow.
stoked. And I've
For
sold
for
all of them.
this big-headed
Mhm.
sailor fondling his own
Yes. Let's see
I
where it's
wonder if,
going.
I know, I wonder, that's something like some beach bar or something, or you know what I mean? Like, where are you gonna put
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. Well, the person that bought it, oh, it's going to Doylestown, Pennsylvania. So, I don't
Pennsylvania
know.
is
I don't know where
did Brian Big and Fun no, he doesn't live in Doylestown. Brian Big and
I
Fun.
don't know if is that a
That's not far
coastal
from
town?
me.
Is
Huh?
it on on the coast? Like, is it on the
Mm-mm.
water?
No,
I don't know.
Pennsylvania does not have waterfront.
I
You
don't
have to go to
know.
Jersey.
Oh, okay. So, yeah,
They have
maybe
riverfront, but they do not have beachfront.
and then, another one. I sold a bunch of stuff. Well, I'll just say this. Last weekend, I sold like half as much as I normally do, and I was so bummed, and I was
Mhm.
like, "Oh, I wonder if it's because it's the new year and sales are historically low in the new year, whatever." I try not to, get too inside that because you know, you're in control of your own future, I think. Free
Right.
will, free will. Um, but last weekend, I didn't put a sale. I've been putting a sale on my store every weekend, like
Okay,
Friday at
yeah. Mhm.
whenever, Friday until, Monday at midnight. I've been putting a
Okay.
10% off sale. And
Mhm.
last weekend I didn't do it, but this weekend I did, and I have over 30 sales this well,
Wow.
and we had a holiday weekend, so I did the sale Friday, and it was 10% off, and then I just, all weekend, just coming in, old stuff, new stuff. I I think I'm gonna keep doing that for the rest of at least until the summertime. Just do that every
Yeah.
weekend, do a 10% off. But
Mhm.
sometimes they would send me an offer. Some of them were ridiculous, Mo. Like, I've already got 10% off, and, like, this was, like, some new stuff that I had just listed. It's 10% off, so it's already reduced, and then they were sending
Mhm.
me less than 50% off offers of that, and I was just
Mhm.
like, "Come on, guys. Like,
I
you've
had a
got to be
few
kidding me."
I had a few
Yeah.
like that last weekend, and I was like, "Come on."
But whatever. I countered like maybe 10% off and then they bought it. So, not on
Yeah.
every one of them, but I
Mhm.
had some as low as, "Will you take $5 for this?" And it was like something that was, probably I think it was like above $40. And I was just like, "5? You 5?" Like,
You
I
really
don't
think
know
I'm
what
gonna
they're
take
thinking.
5? Good
I
grief.
I I mean, maybe some
Yeah,
people do and they're
it's like
like,
the cheapskates come in waves, I feel like, because I had a bunch of those, and I just countered, and most of them I didn't hear back from
right.
because and I counter a decent I
Mhm.
send out 10% offers. Like some of these other stores, if I'm something and I'm thinking about it, and they send you like that 5%, and I know other people do that, but I just think 5%'s too low, you know?
Yeah. It
I
doesn't even
send
cover the taxes. Well, at
no.
least in my state.
Yeah, so I always send 10,
Mhm.
but I usually price things for at least up to 20-25%, to still make a decent profit.
Yeah.
That's usually where I find myself, right? So I'm
Uh-huh.
willing to, but when you're sending me I got that. I got some $5 offers on stuff that was like $30 or something. I was like, no, no.
Right. Mhm. I
But they
know.
come in waves. You won't get another one for a while, and then you'll get a whole bunch.
Yeah, that's how it happened this weekend.
Yeah.
But, what you were talking about, like, watching stuff, there is a
Hmm.
pair of shoes, a pair of sneakers that I want.
Hmm.
So I found them on eBay that are my size, and this was, like, Christmas time that I saw them, and I was like,
Hmm.
"Oh." I really want them, so I watched them, hit them in the watch
Right.
because I thought, "Oh, maybe people will send me offers."
Right.
No. So every couple days, I would go in and out of that listing just so it shows,
Yeah.
like, activity, so it'll pop back up
Right.
on there, send them an offer. I've
Yeah.
been doing
Some
this
people
for 3 weeks, Mo. I
yeah.
finally yesterday, they sent me a 20% off offer, and I was like, "Sold." Like, he sent it, or I'm assuming it's a guy. He sent
Yeah.
it, and I immediately hit pay because I was like, "Sweet."
You wonder,
It
like,
was
how
worth
like, do
waiting.
people just wait like, as soon as I see I check on my phone or my computer and I see you have, you know, one listing with with a watcher, I'm like, "Send an offer." Like, I send
Yeah.
it, whether there's 20 or there's 1, I send it as soon as I see them.
Yeah, I agree. Well,
I don't
I
even
do
I don't even wait
I
on
do wait.
stuff that's new that I've just listed because, like I said,
Oh,
I'll, like,
mhm,
bill you know, I I think I priced fairly, but I also, like, price that,
competitively.
that 10% offer is, so I can get it out the door.
I don't I try not to send offers when I have the sale going on. It just depends on
Well,
what it is
yeah,
or how long.
yeah, that's different.
But, right now, I think it says the sale is still going on. I wonder if I made it until tonight because of the holiday. Anyway, I
Oh,
have
okay.
104 items that I can send offers to.
Offers on?
So
Yeah.
so as soon as the sale is
Sales
over,
over, you'll
then
send them
I'm
in.
gonna send the
Mhm.
offers. So we'll see. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll go over the other thing I sold too, since
Okay.
we're picking 2 of our items. Oh, I just gotta
Yeah.
find it. Here it is. It is a Coleman, tapered globe, and it's a vintage one. It's made in USA, and,
Mhm.
oh, you can't really see the globe, but,
Yeah.
the thing to look for on like, old, Pyrex Coleman globes is that all of the letters for the word Pyrex are all capital because that's, like, the
Capitals, yeah.
um,
Mhm.
old what is that? The old formula or something? I'm not sure. It's just a simple tapered Coleman globe, but it's vintage. It's from I think it came off of a globe or a lantern from the '80s, and it sold for $40.39. So I'm stoked. And I pieced out this Coleman too.
Oh, the whole lantern. Mhm.
I listed the hat separate. It's like a ventilated hat with a cap.
Yeah.
Then the bail, I listed the bail separate, which is the handle, and then
Mhm.
the nut that goes on the top, I listed that
Mhm.
separate. And it was missing the bottom of it, but I threw the rest out. And sometimes, if they have a heat shield, that typically goes underneath the mantle, like where the bags
Right.
hang. I list
Mhm.
those too, and they sell all the time. I've sold a ton of those. I only paid $5 for this. Look, this is the
Nice.
first piece that sold. I just listed this last week too. So I was pretty stoked. But I know people see these all the time. At least I do. I see these every weekend in the summer that I'm going yard sailing.
I
And
bought one from a thrift store not too
mhm,
long ago for like $1.
yeah.
And I don't know, I thought I checked it. It's got like a little chip in it at the top.
In
I
what?
don't know
Which
if
part?
I like at the top, it's not it's not exactly like this one, but it's a lantern globe.
Oh, the
It's got at
globe.
the top, yeah, it has a little chip.
What's the
So
shape
I
of
don't
it?
know if I missed it or if
What's the shape of the globe?
it's
Is
not
it
tapered.
it's just a
It's
straight
straight.
one?
Yeah.
Yeah. The rounded globes are really good
Uh-huh.
too to look out for. And then, there's like an old school logo that's like I think it says Coleman or Ultralight, but it's got like rays of sunshine. Those are really good to
Mhm.
find. And then, there's a red one, um, that people should look out for too. It's a red globe, but it's a straight globe. I think I sent you a picture of it. It's a really good one to look out for because I would be stoked if I found this. But
Oh,
it's a red translucent, and it has the word Coleman, I think, is etched into the glass.
yeah.
And
That's
this
crazy.
one sold at auction for $852, and that's
Wow.
auction. Could
I
you
know.
imagine if
That's
you put it as a
nuts,
buy it
right?
now? If you put it as a buy it now, I wonder what it would have sold for. If you just waited it out. Like 1,200 bucks for
Yeah,
a
I know.
globe? I know.
Mhm.
I've never seen a red one in, real life,
I've
but,
never seen it.
another one to look for is I really like Coleman's. I could talk about it all day. There is one that has fluted glass, like, it's straight and it has fluted glass, and it's so pretty. So, like, when the light hits it, it, like, scatters, almost like beveled.
Like beveled, yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Mhm, but it's
Like
like
a wine, like a crystal glass or something.
yeah, kinda like that, but it's
Yeah.
like, it's really nice. I haven't seen one of those, but, those are ones
Wow.
to look out for too. Part them out. I will list if they're really good. I have some listed right now. If they're really good, we'll clean them up and list them whole and stuff like that. But,
Mhm.
I that glass is so thin. It's not fragile, obviously, because there's heat, but they're thin, and I could just imagine they get broke easy. Like you just said, yours had a chip in it. But you can still
Yeah.
part out did you buy just the globe or did you buy a
It was
whole
just a
Coleman?
globe. It was just a globe.
Oh, hmm.
But now
You could
I
probably
don't
still
know if I missed it. I thought I checked it.
you could
I
probably
don't
still
know.
list it for like 10
It
bucks.
wasn't a super yeah, it wasn't a super expensive one, so I might be able to still get something for it. I don't know.
Yeah, don't toss it unless you're gonna have a yard sale. You gonna have a yard sale,
No.
Mo?
No.
No yard sale?
Mm-mm.
Oh. You're like, "I don't think so." Maybe
I've
Biden
done
will
it
come to your
before.
yard sale.
No, thank you.
Oh.
I can't take the us coming and asking for this
For
is
deals?
can I for a dollar? For a dollar? No,
Oh my gosh.
I
I
can't do it. I mean, I've done it
I
before and I swore I'd never do it again.
really?
I'd rather
But
give the
maybe
stuff away.
were you reselling when you did the yard sale? Like, were you
No.
in that mindset? No? So
Mm-mm.
maybe it would be different now that you're reseller and, like, you
No.
understand. No?
No.
Okay. I won't say
Mm-mm.
anymore. Mo
I
said no. Mo vetoed. I see, like, a big veto stamp on the screen. Psh,
don't
vetoed.
plus my that's too much people. I don't wanna deal with them.
Well, I wouldn't wanna do the yard sale because then I can't go to the yard sales, you know? So it's
Well,
like,
yeah, that
well,
too.
I can't
Mhm.
unless it was on a Sunday, because I can do a Sunday yard sale. I don't wanna do a yard sale either. But I don't like
See,
asking
telling
for
me to do one,
discounts.
you're like, "I don't want to do,"
I don't like
but I
asking
should
for discounts either. I make Matt do it. I'm like, "Hey, ask if they'll take, 5 for this or whatever." I
I
feel
know,
bad.
I have a hard time, but sometimes I'll be like, "Will you take 3 or something?" I do it
Mhm,
occasionally.
especially when it's, like, for 8 o'clock in the morning and they're like we're still putting stuff on the table and I'm like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, would you take 5 for this?" They're like, We just started our yard sale."
I know, right?
Well, what about that storage unit article? One of our
Wait,
friends
don't
in
you wanna
our
show your last thing?
well,
You
I
had one
did.
more.
Well, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Before we talk about the storage unit, I am only showing this because Mo sold one last week, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Oh, I have one in my death pile," and I sold a Fuggler in
You sold
24
this one for
hours.
$10 more than I did.
Yeah,
Well, yours was bigger.
28.69.
Mine was only I think I read yours was a 9-inch.
I think it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was decently tall. But yeah, he's the guy with double layers of teeth, like a top
Yeah.
row and a bottom row.
Yeah, your
And,
guy's bigger. And I watched, Dave, and he said something about Fugglers are selling again. I don't know, I guess they slowed down or something, but I forget what exactly he said, but I was like, "Oh, that's interesting because I just sold one and you had just told me you sold this one." So,
yeah, I don't know what's special about this one, but, there was a lot of sold like, I just typed in, like, Fuggler bear, and there was
yeah,
a lot of solds of this one.
of
I don't
that
know
one,
anything
yeah,
about it. I didn't really
right.
care, but I
No.
did pack it already this morning, and I
Yeah,
bubble wrapped his head
his teeth.
because of his teeth and he's got
Mhm.
hard button eyes, so
Yeah. Yeah.
he's bandaged for the travel. I put him in a poly.
Yep.
Hashtag shout out to poly mailers.
Oh, they're
Poly
fine in a poly.
mailers.
He's not gonna break. As long as you bubble the important parts, it's fine.
Yeah, exactly. I did. He'll be good to go.
Oh my god.
Hi, friends. Be sure to join the Flipping Fantastic podcast crew for more eBay tips, reselling tricks, and all the laughs you didn't know you needed. Don't wait. Click the subscribe button. The best flipping stories are yet to come. I've been watching storage units too, Mo. Like I've bid on some and I've lost. That's a me problem, the losing part.
So, so basically, Amy sent this to me, and I said, I don't know why this isn't centered. It's bugging me. Sorry. Maintenance in the middle of podcast. You
Well,
sent this to me, and I immediately was like, is that what they sold for? Or is that what they're getting for the stuff that's inside? Because holy moly, this is
yeah,
ridiculous. When I watch people buying storage things, like you might see one or two good things, but sometimes, don't judge a book by its cover. Sometimes it might look good on the outside, but it's crap on the inside. I mean, now this one, the wedding dresses, $18,000 for a storage locker full of wedding dresses. They better be expensive designer dresses. What if they're
I know. And
David's bridal?
I I don't know. Texas, it says Wedding Wonderland. Wedding Dress Wonderland. Oh, that's not
I
the
think
name of
that's
the.
just the, yeah,
Yeah.
that's just the title they gave it.
I
I mean, what if
definitely
it's
would
David's
not.
bridal?
I know, but they're so expensive. I don't know. I wonder how many it really was, and I
Right,
would
how
not
many
want
are
to
in
be
there?
listing wedding dresses. I can't imagine the dimensions that you have to
No.
provide for a wedding dress.
I mean, you'd
No.
have to you'd have to sell them in person. I wouldn't want to mail them.
Yeah,
What
the
a
return rate on that.
I know. Ugh,
Hmm.
forget it. Now, Brewmaster stuff. That seems 19 grand for that. That seems
That that seems
I mean, is that
fair.
in a storage is that really a storage locker or is it just somebody sold it? I mean,
Yeah, that's because I was like that doesn't look like a storage unit. That looked like they're
no.
in production. You
Right, it
know.
looks like a warehouse. I mean, they have actual pipes going to it and stuff.
Exactly. But you know that stuff's expensive, so that was probably a
Oh,
really good.
absolutely. I mean, if you're gonna start your craft brew journey, go for it.
Exactly.
Okay, well, this is I wonder if ABC Matt bought this. I think he's a Yankees fan.
I doubt it. What
$26,000 for it just blows my mind because is that stuff really worth that much? Or is a
maybe. What if
collector buying it? Do you
yeah,
know what I
I
mean?
but I don't know if it's a signed baseball by I don't know anything about sports, but if it's like the ball that people are looking for, the home run hit
Right.
ball from the World Series, I don't know. What if it
I
had
don't
that
know,
thing
but
in it?
like I always look like when I see bobbleheads and stuff and I'll quick look them up and they're usually not worth much.
Yeah, like, what if it's like a game-used bat that I don't know. People are crazy. They want what they want, Mo. They want what they want.
I know.
You just
I
need
guess it's not
$26,000
it's
flip.
not something I think about, sports fan stuff. I mean, I like sports, but it's not like that kind of stuff is not something I think about, so I guess I can't fathom paying that much for a locker full of Yankee stuff. Plus, boo
Yeah.
Yankees.
Oh, this says bonanza in it, the
Now
word
the
bonanza.
comic book banana.
Yeah,
Over 100
exactly.
boxes of comic books. Now, I mean, maybe.
That's a gamble though, because
Yes.
what if they're new? What if they're like the current comic books, not the like 12-cent
Right,
ones or
and,
whatever
like,
the ones you
those
look for?
I mean, I'm assuming that these pictures are from the actual auction, but maybe they aren't.
Oh, I see
But
what
some
you're
of those
saying.
boxes look rough. Like, what if the comics are rough, you know?
What if they had a flood in their comic book
Yeah,
store and they're all
exactly.
water damaged? That would be yeah, I'd like to hear the follow-up story on these.
Plus, you buy stuff like this, like, I know you've watched I've watched video storage lockers, watched the one piece of candy in the back of that, and then you have vermin, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then, like, there's mouse poop or rat poop all over, depending on where this is. You
Uh-huh.
might
Oh,
got
yeah.
mice, you might got rats. Well, I don't have $29,000 to spend, but I
Yeah.
don't know if I could do it. This is like hardcore gambling to me buying like this.
Oh,
And I
yeah.
am not a gambler at all.
Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, especially at that price, you know. And then what's this one? Star
Star
Wars. It's
Wars.
the same.
Now, I mean, their Star Wars stuff, that old stuff can be worth a lot of money. Some of the
Hmm.
original, but like this looks like garbage to me with a Darth Vader poster in the background, with a
That's
Star
true.
Wars poster in the background, Empire
And what
Strikes
does it
Back or
say
whatever.
it went for? Is that 30,000?
30,000. Yeah.
Wow.
I
Wow. In
mean,
California. It's in California too. I'm sure the
yeah,
location has a lot to do with the prices being
right.
so high.
Actually, yeah, we weren't thinking of that. Like that was Arizona. That's probably New
Hmm.
York. Well, that was New York. Yeah,
Oh, that was
California.
the Bronx
But like,
too.
how did you look at that and think,
This is my top number I'm gonna spend.
I mean, I see a couple Star Wars posters. I don't see, they said figures and stuff. I don't like when you're looking at it, I don't see figures. Do you see any Star Wars figures?
I don't see anything.
I see some
But
broken down boxes. I don't
I know that's why I like the sequel to this. Like, what was it like? What did you return on it? You know, was it garbage?
Right.
Was it fake? I don't know.
Right, exactly. That's what I want to know. I want to know if like they made out like, is the Holy Grail,
Hmm.
1978 Death Star in there or whatever that's, worth in mint condition. And my husband
Exactly.
has a bunch of Star Wars toys. Apparently they're in his parents' attic.
Videos
He
coming
hasn't
on
gone
Mo
to get
87 official.
you gonna go get them like before they
Yeah.
melt up there or something. I don't know. In the
Mm.
summer.
And they're gonna smell like cigarette smoke.
Well, yeah, that too. They but he has like, we're old, so he's got the original stuff that he has.
Oh
It's like
yeah.
I mean, he played with it, so it's not in the
Like
box or
brand new.
anything, but I think it would be
Hmm.
cool to see. Here we go. Designer Dreams in California.
What's that say?
34,000. Washer,
Jeez.
dryer, bike, and bags. I like,
That's
would you
what it
pay
says on the
34,000
listing?
by looking at that? No.
No. I no, not at all. What does it look like? Obviously, I'm looking at a teeny tiny picture. Does
Oh
it look
yeah.
like shoe
It
boxes or something? Like, what is it? I can't tell.
I
It looks
need
like
to
it's scattered. It looks like clothes on hangers. I wonder if that
I
was
need I
a
need this
private
on a touch
seller.
screen. Hold on.
It
It's
looks a bit
just
messy.
I mean there's some
Mm.
weights.
Oh my
There's
gosh.
now they said there's a washer and dryer, but I don't see them.
Yeah, what if these aren't even the
There's some
pictures?
there's some clothes hanging up. There's just bags of clothes. I mean,
Hmm.
$34,000? They said there was real designer bags and stuff, but I don't really see. I
Anything
can't
too
tell from
crazy?
the picture, but what if
Yeah.
it's fakes? What if it's
It's
DH gate stuff? I think people
true.
these prices are just crazy to me.
It was in Tarzana, California,
Yeah. Hmm.
that last one.
Now this one is not too far from me, White Plains, Maryland. This one I kind of get because the picture, everything's like looks pristine, like it's
Uh-huh.
clean and it's vinyl. And we know that's, highly collectible right now, but
Mhm. Yeah,
let
it
me
looks
get,
like just
oops, let me
boxes
see
of
if I can.
records. Wonder if it
Yeah,
was like
it's just
like a
boxes
music
and
store.
boxes of vinyl. I mean, they have some other
Mm.
collectible stuff in there too.
Posters, shoes.
Yeah,
Hmm. It
shirts.
says
I can't
it says the
tell exactly
perfect
what.
mix of retro and modern vibes.
Yeah,
So,
but
and that's
like,
37,000. That's a
yeah,
lot. And then you
that's a
still have to
lot.
pay the, premium, the 10% buyer's premium
Right.
on top of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another, I mean, what, $3,700?
This this though is the only one. I mean, 37,000 is ridiculous, but it's the only
Mhm.
one that on here that I would even have considered just because of like everything's clean and it looks
Yeah.
in like excellent shape. Like this is a collector and not somebody that just had a junk and put it in it.
It looks like a store shut down or something.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. We're, going up and up and up in, prices
Yeah,
here.
it goes up. Mm-hmm. So in Palm Bay, Florida, video games,
Huh,
$40,000.
40,000. Wow. What that
It looks
picture
like
looks like flooring, doesn't
Yeah,
it?
I know. I can't tell. If it's video
Huh.
game boxes, I don't. They're too small.
If it was 40,000, it had I just think, oh, was it like a GameStop closing down and it's like all their
Right,
inventory?
maybe. Because I don't know what these boxes are. Maybe like controllers or something? Because they're
From
small.
here, it looks like flooring.
Yeah, I
Maybe
know what
because
you mean, but they're like
we've been
small,
putting
like
flooring
squares. People be crazy. 41,000
in.
in Illinois. Toy
Wow.
collectors.
That's a ton of, toys.
Again, that's a
That's
lot of
packed.
money, but it does look like, they're all nice and neat in bins and stuff at least.
Yeah. Hundreds of boxes of collectible toys
There is
filled
a
this
Star Wars
300
out there.
it says 300 square foot unit. I mean, that's
Oh,
pretty
that's
big.
that's huge. There's a
50
Star Wars
by
something,
60.
and
Oh,
then
really?
if you look in the middle, see, I'm making this bigger, but it doesn't get bigger on this. I'm making it bigger for me, but it doesn't get bigger up
Mhm.
there, really. The middle bin, right in the center of the screen, has a bag that says KB Toys in it. It's got a
Oh,
KB
so
Toys bag in it.
that's like 90s, right? 80s, 90s?
Yeah.
At
Yeah.
least?
When did
Yeah.
KB shut down? I don't know.
I don't
Like was it before or after Toys R Us?
Oh, it was before, I think,
Was it
because
before?
Toys R Us yeah, I'm gonna look. I'm gonna Google it. KB Toy it says KB Toys went out of business in 2009 after filing for bankruptcy in 2004 and 2008.
I
It
thought
was
that would have
the
been
s
before that.
I know. It says it was the second largest toy retailer in the United States.
I do feel bad for kids today because they just don't have that toy store to go in and just be like, you know?
Yeah, now it's just like
Like,
the Target aisle and Walmart aisle,
yeah.
right?
Even before we had a local toy store around here when I was a kid. It was called Kitty World. You went, it was a big, huge store. You went in and it was, it was like what Toys R Us would be later. But you just went in, you're like,
I know. We
just
had
your
one
dream.
here. It was a concrete building, and it was shaped like a castle, and it was, yellow. It was huge, and it was called Toy Castle, and
That
it's been like yeah,
there
it's
was
been all kinds of
one
things.
and it was shaped like a castle. It was like
Oh,
Kitty, maybe it wasn't Kitty World though, it was something else.
mhm.
But now it has we bought our we're talking about flooring. It
Uh-oh.
was Lumber Liquidators. We got our flooring.
Our Lumber Liquidators is next door to that Toy Castle.
That's so funny.
Uh-huh. Yep, it is literally well, there might be a Pep Boys in between, but it's right next door.
That's so
Pep
funny.
Boys I think Pep Boys is gone too. I don't think they have Pep Boys anymore.
Mm-mm,
Do they have Pep
I don't
Boys?
think so.
That's it. What do the toy
For
ones sell for?
41,000.
Wow, okay.
Now here's a 45,000 arcade games. Okay. I mean that one I can probably understand. Looks like skee ball or something here. Um
Yeah, imagine if it was like the
s-
vintage, like
some of
Pac-Man
those look
and
like,
Donkey Kong.
see, but I don't see any video games like that. These look like the ones on the right look like change machines.
Oh, it could
I can't
be.
really
Oh my
tell
gosh.
though.
Mo,
But
speaking
those
of
things
change
are not
machines,
cheap, so.
when I bartended at it was at the oceanfront or like at the at the boardwalk area. The
Mhm.
place right next door to us, like, literally, we would touch walls. It was a video arcade place, and, this was in the early 2000s when people
Yeah.
would still pay cash for like, their drinks. So,
Yeah.
I would have to go to the arcade with all of
Take it.
our, like, our $10 bills,
Get
and I would have
change.
to get quarters. I would get quarters because our drinks were, like, 3.75,
Right.
that kind of number,
Uh-huh.
whatever. And that's another thing, 3.75 for a drink, you ain't getting that anywhere today. So, I would
Nope.
have to go over there, and I swear I would deplete that change machine I would take, like, we had, like, plastic cups, and I would take the plastic cups and fill up with quarters, and it was called
That's funny.
Flipper McCoy's. That was the name of the arcade
That's
place, but
hilarious.
it was fun, like, it was a big arcade, and they're
Yeah.
so fun to just walk in and hear that, like, nostalgic, like,
Yeah.
"Cha-cha-ching, ching, ching," with all the
Do th
sounds, yeah.
do they still I mean, they still have them at the beach and stuff around here. Like, there's
I
always one on the boardwalk or something, you
yeah,
know?
I don't know. I haven't been to that area, like that
Yeah,
specific part. I wonder if ours is still there.
because
I wonder.
they're still around here. That because like when you're taking kids, something to do,
Mhm. I can
play
remember,
games.
there was another one, like a smaller, like, standalone building. I think it was called Flipper McCoy's too. It was near the mall, and when I was little, we would go there, and I remember that they had something that you would actually have to climb into this thing, like a machine. I guess it was like almost like a ride, but it would close the door all the way, and it would, like, move and raise and jiggle, and
What?
stuff like that. Yeah, I can't imagine doing that now. But yeah, I can't remember what it was. I would always, like, think about it. Of course, when you're little, it was probably not as grand as it is in my mind?
Right, right. Uh-huh.
Well, it says that, it's still open. That arcade at the oceanfront is still, open. It says
You
closes.
gotta play you gotta play skee ball. Oh, give me 1 second. So we'd go to the shore every year, and we went with to Jersey Shore. We'd go with some like family friends that who also had 4 girl children. So my parents'
Pauly D
friends
and JWoww, you go with them?
no. You'd play skee ball. And the one year, me and Krista played skee ball that week every day, saved up all
Uh-huh.
our tickets.
Oh my
And
gosh,
because
what?
our dads would play too and give us tickets,
Uh-huh.
so we got them something. And I don't have what I got myself. It was a roach
Oh,
clip with feathers.
stop it.
You remember? But this is what we got our dads. And my dad still had it. My mom gave it to me. It's
What
a,
is it? What's it
it's
say?
a like, it says beer.
Oh my gosh. And how
It's
old were
like a
you that you were getting this? You're like, "Yeah, that's the one I want."
probably like 12.
So this
Roach
is
clip and a beer glass.
I can't believe that. So what okay, so what did you think that was when you were 12?
Well, we put it
Like,
in our hair, the roach clip.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You
So
put it on your you put it on your beret or your headband, and it would, because it
oh,
had the feathers.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
That's
it was
funny.
that's what we thought it was.
Oh my gosh. That is too
Yeah.
funny, Mo. I can't
But
believe
yeah,
that.
so
The
arcade
cheap code.
nostalgia. This is all dusty. It's been sitting on the shelf, but yeah. So
So that was
this
at your
is a
parents' house?
thick it was my mom, I don't know, I think it was in the cabinet, like, way up pushed in the back or
Uh-huh.
something,
Oh
or
my
my
god.
dad had it in his room or something, and she gave it to me. She's like, "Here." I was like she was like, "I was gonna get rid of it," but I said, "Don't get rid of it. That was a lot of
Yeah, that was a
work."
whole week of
Skee
shooting
ball
50s,
tickets. I
shooting
know.
50s. Isn't that the high score, like a 50? Oh my gosh. That's the best, Mo. I loved going to the arcade. I loved
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Mhm.
We'll still go play skee ball.
That's funny that we're talking about video games because Matt and I watched, 2 old, like, retro video game documentaries this past weekend, and
Yeah.
they were one of them was, like, breaking the record for Donkey Kong and, like, setting the high record and stuff, and then what was the other one about? The other one was more modern. I don't know if it was retro, but, they were cool. It just definitely gave us that, like, nostalgic
Yeah.
feeling of
That's so
video
funny.
games. But that's funny because. Like, there was some drama. There's drama everywhere, and there was drama
Mhm.
in the high score community. Like, like, people altering their microchips in or no, I don't know if they were microchips, but altering their motherboard in the Atari or not the Atari, but like, the Donkey Kong
Nintendo?
game.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
No, it wasn't Nintendo, it was the arcade game,
The
like, the
actual
actual
arcade
huge
game?
one.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like this guy had it in his garage and he would play and they accused him. They sent people out to investigate and it was crazy. There was
Ser
drama. I was just like,
serious business.
serious business.
They
So
think he's cheating on his high score. That's
so not
hilarious.
only is there reseller drama, reseller podcast drama always, apparently,
Yes. Uh-huh.
allegedly, there's video game drama too.
Oh my god.
Oh gosh. So that's
Alright.
cool. How much was that one?
That one was
47,000?
40 that was in Texas, 45,000.
Wow.
And then we got 50,000 in Illinois.
That just
Baseball
looks like a bunch of
card. I
totes.
mean, it's just boxes. Like you
Oh.
wouldn't know. It says vintage baseball cards, boxes of treasures, and old clothes. Nostalgia.
Oh.
I mean, 50 grand?
Ooh. Wow. I'd
You
have to
gotta
have a little more insight on
like
that.
they're not even it's not even clear like totes, like, you know? Like there's two clear totes you can see. That's craziness.
You
Here's
know
the
who bid on all
favorite
those?
moment.
Jeebus. Jeebus probably won all of those.
Probably. I thought you were gonna say Jess from Resell to Ride.
Oh, yeah. No, they're too much for Jess. Jess
I
likes to
know.
keep it a little more tame. Yeah,
Here's
what's this
what
one?
I would buy, the $30 one.
Mhm.
This what
And
they
it
found
says
some MC actual real MC worn by MC Hammer pants.
and,
And
what else
unreleased
did it
reels
say?
of him and Snoop Dogg.
Okay.
And MC Hammer said, "If this be truth, a man spent $30 for such a gift. Are they not his? God bless him."
Mo, that is why people do it, because of that. The little
Right.
lottery
That's what
right
you
there
want to
that
get. You want to get that $30 one and find something really good.
yeah, and, like, wonder what the value of all that stuff was, you know? How much did that guy
Yeah, I don't
make?
know.
Did he make, like, 20, 30, 40,000? You know?
Right.
50, 100,000? Who knows?
I
I
don't
know
know.
that,
How much can you put a price on
MC
actual
Hammer Pants?
owned by MC Hammer pants? Can't
Yes, you
touch
can.
this.
Oh, man. I like when, the there's one guy at our auction, his name's Mike, he does storage lockers and stuff, and my
Mhm.
favorite part is when he tells me how much money he finds, like change and stuff like that, you know? He's like, "Oh, I collected all the change and I took it to the Coinstar," and I think
Uh-huh.
the highest one I remember him saying was like 400 and something dollars from one unit,
Wow.
and I know he didn't pay that much for the unit, but,
Yeah.
like, that's
That's
always, like,
cool.
the best. Like, that's
Yeah.
literally like, you're instantly getting your money back, you
Yeah.
know? When you're finding money. So,
Right.
love it.
Mhm.
Well, Mo, I am on a mission to find, storage units. I'm actively doing
Um,
it, I'm actively bidding on it, but
well, I'm
I'm definitely not
excited to
paying
see.
I'm definitely
You're
not even
not
paying
paying
a
50
quarter of
grand?
those. I'm not even paying a fifth of what those went for. I'm just a baby. I'll dabble until I understand it fully, you know what I
Right,
mean? I
exactly.
know.
It's
I know.
crazy.
If anybody in our any of our 4 listeners buy storage units, tell us your favorite storage unit find, and what do you typically bid on storage units, you know? Is it like 20, 30 bucks, or do you go in the hundreds? I'm really curious to hear what people say, you
Yeah,
know? I
I'll be
know.
interested.
Mo's gonna start doing that this summer.
Yep.
Her her
That's not on my goal list.
Yes, it is, Mo. I have
I just want
plans
to
for
get
you.
stuff. I just gotta get stuff listed. Not looking at storage units yet. I'm not there yet.
Yes, you and Biden, he needs a job. And with that, we're flipping out, guys. Mo, I've lost my goddamn mind. I'm doing a press conference for a fake drama drummed up by the Reseller Clickbait podcast. This is bullshit. Thanks so much for watching, and check out more of our videos right here. We're flipping out.